Glycemic index and load, the 10 worst foods for your health. The rise of industrial food has radically changed the way we eat. Today, most of the products we find in the supermarket are highly processed, filled with sugar and refined flours. This change in diet has contributed to the deterioration of human health, increasing the incidence of chronic diseases worldwide. To understand the impact of food on our blood, we need to know two concepts: glycemic index and glycemic load. The glycemic index, GI, measures how quickly a food raises blood glucose levels, on a scale from 0 to 100. The higher the index, the faster the sugar spikes. The glycemic load, GL, on the other hand, not only measures the speed, but also the amount of carbohydrates that a normal portion of food provides. It is calculated with a simple formula. GL equals GI divided by 100 times grams of carbohydrates in the portion. This way, we don't just know how fast glucose rises, but also how much it actually increases in practice. To interpret it, there are clear ranges. Low glycemic load, 0 to 10. Medium glycemic load, 11 to 19. High glycemic load, 20 or more. For example, a food with a high GI but few carbs, like watermelon, will have a low glycemic load. Meanwhile, foods with many carbs, like white rice, reach a very high glycemic load. Now let's look at the foods with the highest glycemic index. 1. Pure glucose, GI 100. 2. White bread, GI 95. 3. Refined white rice, GI 90 to 95. 4. Baked potato, GI 90 to 95. 5. Refined corn flour, GI 90. 6. Honey, GI 85 to 90. 7. Corn flakes, GI 80 to 85. 8. Watermelon, GI 75 to 80. 9. White flour crackers, GI 75 to 80. 10. Donuts and industrial pastries, GI 75 to 80. Now let's look at the foods with the highest glycemic load. 1. White rice, cooked, 150 grams, GL approximately 43. 2. White bread, 2 slices, GL approximately 34. 3. Baked potato, 200 grams, GL approximately 33. 4. Sugary sodas, 355 milliliters, GL 25 to 30. 5. White flour pizza, 2 slices, GL 22 to 30. 6. Sugary breakfast cereals, 30 grams, GL 21 to 25. 7. Commercial ice cream, 1 cup, GL 20 to 22. 8. Cakes and donuts, 1 piece, GL 17 to 20. 9. Ripe banana, 120 grams, GL 16 to 18. 10. Raisins, 60 grams, GL 16 to 18. As you can see, the glycemic index tells us how fast sugar rises in the blood, while the glycemic load shows us the real effect produced by a normal portion of that food. In conclusion, we must understand why it is important to avoid or reduce these foods. A diet rich in products with high glycemic index and load constantly raises glucose and insulin. Over time, this leads to insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes, obesity, chronic inflammation, cardiovascular disease, and other metabolic problems. That is why choosing natural, unprocessed foods is key to regaining and maintaining health. Our body was designed to function with real foods, not with industrial products loaded with sugar and refined flours. If you found this content helpful, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, share it on your social media, and leave me a comment. See you in the next video, and may God bless you.